Hi, my name is Teri Lee, and this is video 6 in our Vintage Christmas Day in July 2021 collaboration series. The collaboration is between Kyung Shotwell, Lisa Fisher, and I. Kyung has designed all these beautiful papers. The kit started out at 56 pages, but now she's added these 2 pages, which are pretty cool. These don't have the numbers. These do have the numbers. And so that brings the total up to 58 pages, which is totally amazing. And here's an example of some of the words that are included. And I shrunk them down because I'm making a smaller book. So I made the words a little bit smaller, but they're really cool. They're different colors, and they go with the kit. And if you want a more extensive overview of the kit, you can look at the Vintage Christmas Day in July 2021 intro video that I did, which I go through the whole kit. Now, Kyung has a YouTube channel where she does some great videos, and she's pretty funny and personable as well. And she also has an Etsy store where she sells this kit, and also tons of other beautiful, beautiful kits. And then Lisa Fisher, she has sent me a bunch of stuff, some of which we're going to use. We got some Christmas stuff in here. And she also has a YouTube channel, and she specializes in mini albums, which are awesome when she gets done building it. I'm so totally amazed at the flips and flaps and things that she can fit in. So the links to both Kyung's store and video YouTube channel and Lisa's YouTube channel, Facebook group, and Etsy store are all going to be below this video, along with links to everybody else in the collaboration that's making videos. And we had a total of almost 50 people, so you can go to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and if you go there, you can also see the pictures of the projects that people have made that don't have YouTube channels. Okay? I think I got everything in there. So today we're on page 6. 6. And we did page 5, obviously, in video 5. And so all we're going to do is turn the page over, and that's going to be page 6. We're going to mark the top. The holes are going to be on the right-hand side on this one. And yeah, we're going to go for this page. You're going to need a piece of the craft cardstock. You're going to need a couple of pages from the kit. You're going to need some magnets for this one. Those are always fun. You're going to need your ink. I'm using a combination of fired brick, vintage photo, and bundled sage, depending on what I'm doing. Okay? Looks like most of today's is probably going to be fired brick. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this stuff out of the way for now. What we're going to do is we are going to create 2 flaps. One's going to go this way, one's going to go this way. They're going to overlap. They're each going to have a magnet to hold them shut, because being in a ring-bound journal, I am not comfortable with just the one holding the other one shut. We're going to put the magnet in the top one first and then see how it goes. And then if we need a magnet in the other one, which we may not, we probably won't, but we'll see, then we'll put the other magnets in, or yeah, the other magnets, because it takes 2 in if we need to. Okay, I have minimal notes on this because I know what I want to do, but I am going to look at a couple of my measurements here. We're going to make 2 flaps, and we're going to make them 5.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall. Now, 5.5 inches wide includes the 1/2 inch that we're going to fold under to secure it to our paper. Now, our page paper is going to be this. Since we're going to have the flaps over it, it won't be too overpowering. And I don't want to use a picture page because we're going to have to decorate the flaps, and I don't want to have too much going on. Okay, on the backs of the flaps we're going to use some writing paper, and this is really pretty. It goes with this, and we're going to use something, I'm not really sure what yet, to decorate the tops of the flaps, but it'll be more decorative. Oh, actually I do know. I have the paper set across the side of the room because I need to print a second copy. But if you're looking at the kit, it's the page with the 2 sleighs on it. I love that page, but I'm going to need to print 2 because the flaps are big enough that it's going to overlap if I don't. Okay, so let's do the first thing first. No, let's do the last thing first. Let's just do the last thing first instead of the first thing first. Excuse me, I have some coffee with my voice today. Slurping right over the mic. What a good choice that was. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your coffee. You were slurping some as I was slurping some, I hope. Okay, this is how wide we... Whoopsie. This is how wide we need it. You know, I believe there's a horizontal version of this with the stripes going up and down. Oh, we got the flaps, so going this way is better. Okay, we're going to measure it. I can hear my dog's collar jingle jangling. So if I make a funny noise, it's because he stuck his cold nose on my leg. Because little puppy dogs like to do that, you know. He's sitting there on the floor with his back to me because he wants something, but he's mad that I'm video taping and that he has to wait. Sort of like cats do. I don't know. He does some cat things. Maybe instead of being a Chiweenie, maybe he's a Chikitty. Part Chihuahua, part kitty. Or a weenie cat. Okay, we're going to put this over here like this. So we're going to have to be careful now that I look at it with the flap on the left side. These are things you're going to have to think about. You may not notice it until you get your paper on the page. Because remember, it comes pretty close on here. Well, it's going to be the same thing on the right. So, we've got this cut, so let's ink it really quick. You know, actually, let's do this one in Vintage Photo. Because it's already red. So this is Christmas in July. So probably the rest of the country is warm. I'm wearing a flannel shirt and sweatpants because I live in Seattle. And right now it's about 60 degrees outside, but a chilly 60. And our high today is going to be 70. But no, you can't come move here. We've run out of room. We don't have any more room for any more people in the Seattle area. You can move over to Eastern Washington if you want to move out here. Their weather's not near as nice as ours, though. So we live in a temperate zone because of the mountains on either side. Okay, so we've got that inked. And we're going to set our page aside for right now. Or, yeah, our page. This is our paper. We're going to set this paper aside for right now. I was thinking of, I've got the sleigh too, but I was wondering if I could cover or find a way to tip these, you know, rotate them and print them out. But I think I'll just use these as writing cards somewhere else. Okay. So we've got this. So now we need to cut out 2 pieces, 3.5 wide or high, which is going to be across actually on the paper. And then 5.5 long. And 3.5 wide. And 5.5 long. We might could have got away with 1/4 of an inch, but it's kind of scary to me to only fold 1/4 of an inch under. It's a little hard to fold the cardstock because I use 65-pound cardstock to fold it under. Okay, so go with the 1/2 inch to be safe. Let's score it to make it easier and get a clean fold. Okay, I'm going to score it on this end because it's easier to reach when you just flip it over. Okay, here's our 1/2 inch. See what happens when you get overconfident. So confident I know how to do this on a small piece of paper. What is going on this morning? It's actually 6:45, which is much later than I normally record. I'm sure my neighbors probably appreciate that I got a late start. We're gonna burnish this down. Now there's a side with like a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, but like a little raised area, and then there's sort of a cleaner side, and I like to fold it under this way. Some people fold it the other way. I'm not quite sure why. I'm sure they've mentioned the reason before, and I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so now, oh, that works out well because we have lines on this paper. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this one on. Oh, look at that. So it lines up there. This is going to be great. Why does it look crooked? Does it look crooked to you guys? It looks crooked to me. Wonder if I cut the paper crooked. That's 5. And that's a 1/2. And that's a 1/2. Why, it is a little crooked. This little corner's coming out. So let's just cut a 1/16 off, clean it up a little bit. Not really sure how I managed to do that, but I did. I don't know. It still looks crooked to me. It's probably my crooked eyes. Okay. So we're going to put this on this way. We're going to put this one on this way with it underneath the left one. So let's line it up with the bottom line. This is going to be great. Then I'm thinking of putting a magnet, or no, not thinking, but I'm going to put a magnet underneath this one and see if it'll hold both down. I think it will. I think it will. I think we can get away with just 2 magnets. Okay, let's get these inked. Let's see. They're brown. Should we do them with the red? Let's live large. It's just paper, right? If it looks hideous, then we'll get 2 more or 1 more piece of cardstock and go for it again. I think that looks fine, as long as we don't get crazy with it. Now don't forget to do along here. Okay. I'm starving. Why do I always get hungry whenever we start to record? I'm going to pause you for just 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to double check my timer because I'm sure you know, I've told you enough times, my old computer has trouble with videos that are longer than, or bigger than 4 gigabytes, which is usually anything longer than 30 minutes. And then I just put you guys together. You done both? Oh, I know what it is. We have to do both sides. That's what I forgot. Because we're opening them up, so we have to do both sides. So I'm sure this is exciting. I know I would tune in just to watch someone ink. I think that would be fun. A tutorial on how to ink brown cardstock. Too much fun. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible, because all we want to do is just make a little bit of an accent. It doesn't have to be some giant red border around the paper. Okay. Yeah, we got that done. Okay, so let's do this one first. We're just going to glue this part right here, fold it under. Oh, good grief. Air bubble. You know what I just thought of? You know that song Matchmaker from Fiddler on the Roof? It's Matchmaker, Matchmaker, make me a match. All I could think of was air bubble, air bubble. I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. I've lost my ever-loving mind. That's the problem. Oh, see, I did this one backwards. I want the brown side up, not the crafty side. So keep track of that. You want the darker brown side up in this particular project. Depending on what you want to do, you might need the kind of craftier side up. Just depends. Okay, let's try that again. I'm glad I noticed before it was too late. Let's get this one on straight. Okay. It won't matter that this glue is right here and it's dry, you won't see it because we're going to glue the paper to the page. Okay, so now let's glue this one on. Guess we can't put it even with the line, can we? Or we won't have enough room for the magnet. Well, you know, I'm pretty sure the magnet would hold through both. So let's do it like this. Well, then again, it doesn't cover enough of the page, does it? I think I'd rather have it like this. Okay. I've made my decision. Wow, that was really bad. Does that count as a bad joke? I don't know. I definitely know my Matchmaker song counted. Are you guys keeping track today? How many? How many bad jokes today? You usually get 4 or 5 in. I'm an overachiever. Now that was definitely a bad joke. I would tell you a funny story about my daughter being an overachiever, but if she ever watched this video and heard the story, she would kill me. So, I really don't want to be killed. So, okay, now we're going to get out our magnets. We're going to need 2. Don't worry, we're going to hide the one on the underside of there with the papers that we put on. There's one. There's the other. Stick them back in here. You know, they go all the way to the end now. So, whoa. See? So they are coming right through the cardboard, the magnetic field. So let's see if I can get this on here. Let's see where we want to put it. We want it to be about this far in on here, so that's going to be about there. It's going to be about there. Yeah, I think that'll work. I don't know though, that looks a little close to the edge to me. How about you guys? Let's move it in a little bit. Make our executive decision as the book creators. Okay, I'll cover the glue up. Pick the magnet up. Let's see if I can reach the tape. I can even reach the paper. This is the paper we're going to use for the 2 flaps. I think that'll be nice. One going one way, one going the same way, I guess. I thought it was going to be one going the other way. This Scotch tape holder here is more than 25 years old, so it's definitely a good buy. Obviously the tape isn't that old, just the holder. So we're going to tape the magnet down. Some people use glue or 2-sided tape. I find just regular old Scotch tape holds it down, especially because we're going to cover it with the paper. So now we've got this magnet. I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to flip this over. It's going to be right in here somewhere. Whoa, I guess that's not the right side, is it? There we go. I'm going to tape this one down. And let's stand this up. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to hold them both. Okay. Yeah. I love the noise that makes, or the sound that makes. Snap. Okay, so let's take a break here, and then we'll come right back. It'll be instantaneous pretty much for you. I'm gonna do those papers and get them cut and inked, and then we'll get them put on here and take a look at it, and then we'll have this page finished. We'll do some other decorations. We'll put some sentiments down, a sentiment down here, and it sounded like I said sediment. We're going to put some mud down here. Anyway, and we're going to need to do something for where, when these are open, it's possible we could do a tuck spot over here, slide something in, and still have the magnet hold, as long as our whatever it is that we put in does not go over that far. So let's think about that for a minute, and I will get the papers ready, and we'll be back in just 1 second for you. Okay, so now we've got lots of paper. I couldn't ink it until I cut it, and I wanted to show you how I was going to cut it, so I apologize. The pieces aren't going to be very big, though, so it'll be all right if we, there we go. If we ink it after, during the video, I think it'll be fine. So now that we've got a spot that doesn't have a big glob of glue on it, let's take this, and I want to put one up here and one down here, and it looks like I actually could have done it with just one page, where I thought I was going to need 2, but I want to leave a little bit of space around, like so. So I'm going to mark it here, and that's there. Then I'm going to mark it over here. We should be able to get most of the main picture in. I like that one, this one with the white horses the best. That's why I'm putting it on the one that's on the top. Okay, let's go this way first. See if we could have gotten away without. Oh yes, definitely. I didn't need to print that second copy after all. Okay. Then our width is right there. Lose a little bit of the wheel. We're right at the top of his head. That looks good to me. Yep, we could have used just the one page. Now we're going to do the same thing for this other one. I'm going to take this image. Now this one, we're going to move it over a little bit so we get more of the horses and less of him whipping the horses. So we're going to move this over to here. We're going to do that first, and then we'll come back and do the height. If I'd have thought, I would have done them 4 by 4 or 4 inches, because that would have been half of the page. Okay, now let's do the oops, I forgot to cut off the other side. I was like, that is definitely too wide. Okay. All kinds of stuff in my way. That's what happens when you don't put everything in its place, the place for everything and all that such thing. Apparently my eyelashes are falling out. Okay, bring it over just a little bit. That looks good. Cut it off right here. I've decided to put lace across the top and the bottom to carry the lace through, the same lace that we've been using, that we colored with the coffee. I think earlier in one of the earlier videos I said tea stained, but I meant coffee. Or dyed, coffee dyed. I actually had some leftover coffee in a cup and I tossed the lace in there. That's how I did it. That's my big secret to coffee dyeing. Alright, so we're going to put that on this one. Better ink it first. We better go with the red. We're going to do the same for the writing papers on the back, so it isn't really anything super exciting. Would be kind of neat if we could take my fussy cut Santa and put him in the middle there. I'll have to take a look at that. I fussy cut out that whole big giant Santa because I'm kind of crazy that way, you know. I love this picture. I love it so much. I knew I had to use it somewhere. I wish I could have got a little bit higher on his head. You know what I mean? I could have cut the bottom of that, a little bit of the bottom of that. If I'd have gone right across where that hoof is right there, that would have given me just enough to get his little hat all the way. But we're inking red around, so it'll look like his head is bleeding. That was a horrible thing to say. Yes, we've cut off the top of his head and now it's bleeding all the way around the page. Oh, that wasn't even a bad joke. That was just horrific. Okay, so let's take this one and do it this way. So we want to make sure not to get any glue anywhere. If, you know, like here. We'll get it glued on. We're gonna have to make sure which is the top. Maybe I don't want to do it this way. Maybe I want to do it this way. Just saying. I'm just saying. There we go. Air bubble has been taken care of. Okay. Well, what do you know? Okay. Yep, that one magnet's gonna hold them just fine. Let's get him glued down. Then we'll have to take a look at Santa. Here we go, folks. I like it. Now, let's take a look at old Saint Nick. What would happen if we put Santa right there and put this? Oh, that's too much. And that, yes, that's too much. I really want to use this Santa. It took me a while to fussy cut him out. and ink him. All right, so let's see what we want to do. We're definitely going to put the lace across the top and the bottom. So I wonder if we could use something like this. Cut it off here. If we put, oh, I remember we were thinking about a tuck, weren't we? So we could do a tuck here, like that. Cut this off right here. Or I don't know, which Christmas do I like better? Which Merry Christmas? We'll cut this one off because there's two Merry Christmases next to each other. So this way we'll have a Merry Christmas, and a snowflake. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So now we have a ticket. A ticket to Christmas. Here's your ticket. Whoops. Ticket that stuck to my finger. Oh, I wanted to show you. I got these little jingle bells. We're going to put them on the cover. Not really sure how, and I'm not really sure. I think maybe I'm going to use Crocodile and make a hole. And I was going to put a, what's it called? An eyelet in there. But you know, if you don't have the double-sided one, it leaves like those prongs on the back. So, yeah. So let's do this, and then we'll figure out, you know, I've got these matching ones because I made them smaller. Oh, that's just too big. Just too big. Just a little bit. And these don't match. Wouldn't it have been awesome if I could have put the writing card in here? But either way, I trim it. If I made it into a card, how would that? Oh, that would actually work, wouldn't it? Let's see. I think it would go right down the middle. Well, of course it's going to go down the middle, but oh, for cripe's sake. Or like my grandma would say, crime and net lace. Look at that. Look at that. Ha ha. Ba ba da ba. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then we'll just tuck it right in there. Look at that. We'll stencil on the inside. Well, we better get busy. We're going to paper on the back of these. I may paper the writing paper on the back and show you in the next video. It's just like papering these because of time. It'll be an hour. Okay, so you'll cut it. You cut this one up here so that these are up here. You'll cut this one down here so these are down here. Okay, well, let's do that actually, because I don't want to make you watch me ink this paper and stencil it. Maybe I'll carry it over into the next video. Okay, let's cut this one, because we want to do it like this. I just got through telling you how to do it. Just got through. We're going to mark it. And then we're going to go to the market here. We're going to go I mark, yeah. Yeah, let's cut it straight down. Of course we want to cut it straight down. We want to use the other side. If we can. We definitely will. All right, good deal. And then we can still use the part that's not used, as writing cards. Yeah, this is going to carry over longer than an hour because I'll tell you why. We haven't glued it to the page yet either. This is just a longer section, that's all. I'm glad I didn't glue that other one down because I didn't ink it. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Now this, do I want to do it in the red? The card is in the red. Thinking I might want to do this in the green, in the bundled sage. Because it's a brownish green, even though the top of it looks green. It's a brownish green. Yes, good choice. A very good choice. And see, you've got your writing space, you've got your decoration. We don't have to stencil it or anything. Okay. Sorry about all that radio silence. I was just thinking. There I go thinking again, huh? Well, there we go. That looks nice. I like that. You know, I was just thinking we could take a piece of this and put it in the center and then stencil around it. No, I don't think I like that. I think I'd rather just stencil on the inside and use this for a writing card. Like the other scrap that I don't know where I put. Oh, here. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing over here. I wish I had a lot of funny stories. You know, like things that happen during the day and stuff like that, but I don't know if this would surprise you or not, but I'm a bit of a shut-in. And I don't really do that much. I craft a lot. I love making tutorials for you guys. So I do that a lot. And you wouldn't believe how many videos I have already recorded, series waiting to go. And I save them for in between other projects that come up on the spur of the moment, like this Christmas thing. Where did I just mark this? Oh, here. I just lost my mind there for a minute. Well, okay, I've lost it altogether already. But if I were to lose it for just a moment, there's the other writing card. Then that would have been it. But yeah, I don't really do a whole lot. I guess it sounds kind of sad actually when you say it out loud. I do a lot of crafting and I watch TV and I hang out with my dog. Yeah, that's it. So that's okay. It won't be that sad because I know because of the length. A lot of people won't hear that because of the length of the video. That's all right. Those of you that want to finish the project will watch it all the way through. And I love you for it. With green dye, I do have a funny story from when I was younger. My brother wanted to be the Hulk for Christmas. For Halloween. And so my mother wasn't home. And so I took some food dye. And I colored him green. All over. He had the ripped shorts, like, you know, what was his name? Bruce Bannon. Yeah. And and the ripped t-shirt. So I did his whole tummy area and his arms and everything and his face. Because you can't be the Hulk without the green face. Oh, my mother was so mad. And the best part, when I was a kid, the best part was that it didn't wash off. It was food coloring. So he was green until his whole, you know, the cells came off. He scrubbed and scrubbed himself and it made it lighter. But the skin was dyed. And so he was green until that whole layer of, you know, skin sloughed off as it does, as it were. Oh, he was green for 3 weeks. This is going to be green forever, though. Will forever be Christmas. Okay. Well, that looks nice with that. Okay. That with that, that with that. What's going to happen if when we put our tickets in? Oh, I'm not sure I like the way that looks. Not sure I like that at all, folks. I lined it up with that. Then how would it look with my lace? If I lined it up like that. I'm going to have to think of something else. I definitely want to use the writing card. I could tuck it in sideways and make this smaller. Yeah, I'll use something else. I'll use something else and make it smaller. I'll use a scrap. Let's see. Let's see. The card's going to be like this. Make this like that because it matches. Oops, except for we got a bad end there. Let's trim that off just a smidge. spot where the blade caught. Get that off. Okay, now let's see if we can get this red with the snowflakes. Let's see how big we want it. Maybe we could just do it in the middle, like a belly band. And then the cards would cover it up, right in the middle. And then lace on the top and the bottom. Okay, let's try that. Wow, the magnet holds it in. What do you think about that? The magnet holding it in? I don't know. I'm just not sure, you guys. If we make the writing card smaller, then we're going to cut off our horses. All right, I'm going to think about that. We could make one of these into a postcard and put the postcard in and make it smaller so that it fit to where it didn't show with the cards. You know, we could make it small enough here where it would be here. Look at that little dog. Anyway, I think we could do that. So let me think about that for a minute. Think about how we're going to do that. And then we'll put the lace on and I'll have this part ready for you. So we're going to take just a second break here and then I'll be right back. Okay, ding, 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 back for round 3. It took me forever to figure out what I wanted to do because when we opened it up, this is what we had. We had this big red empty space and I just kept looking at the red empty space and I was like, I don't like this red empty space. So even with the lace on the top and the bottom, that even made it worse. I thought about putting a piece of lace across the middle and attaching this little card with a Velcro dot, and I thought, no, you take it off, you got nothing. So what I did, I've still got my lace for the top and the bottom. We've still got our writing card, which I've inked. I decided not to stencil it. Then look what I decided to do. I've got this piece of paper, this writing paper, and if I put it to where this writing line lines right up with that one, then when I close it here and I close it there, it's covered on the top and the bottom. It's because I'm holding it up and it's not glued to anything, then it's all kind of curled. And you see these berries here and those berries there, and I'm okay with that. And then, especially because they're going to have, guess what? They're going to have the glossy accents on them because all the berries in the whole book, remember, in the whole book, all the berries have glossy accents. No exceptions. Okay, even this little bitty guy right in the middle. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to set this to the side and set our glossy accents to the side and our lace for just this second. We're going to glue this paper in. I've inked it already. Oh, I was going to say, when you look at this green, it looks fairly bright, but it's really, as you can see, it's like a moss color. It's like a brownish green, and that's why it works so well on here. But if you look at it here, you wouldn't think that it looks that way. So this is what you do. You never go by the picture on here. What you do is when you get all your inks, you make a swatch. Okay? Oh, wow, it looks like I dropped an ink on there. I need to make a new one anyway. They're not evenly spread out and blah, blah, blah. You know me. But this way I know what each color is. I've labeled them, and I've just taken the ink pad and just taken the corner and just like that. These I did with one of those finger sponges, and so I like this better. I did this so that you could see the darker and then sliding, so I like that as well. I'm going to have to decide. Anyway, enough of that. Just a side note. All right, so that's been inked. So we're going to glue it down. Much happier. It all lines up. Got more berries. Fills in the middle. You guys do not want to know how long you were on hold before I figured it all out. I had to calm down, have a glass of pop. Smoke them if you got them. Kidding. Very, very bad for your health. Doctor will make you keep getting chest x-rays for every year for the rest of your life. Okay. Now we want these berries at the bottom because it kind of lines. See, now I could have lined this up and it would have lined up exactly, but then it wouldn't have covered correctly behind. So we're going to line these up. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. We're going to line that up just like that, and it lines it up right over there too. I have no idea how that happened to work, but it works. Looks like we did it on purpose, and I can live with that. I can totally live with this. Okay? So now, let's do our lace. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. So we're going to do a piece across the bottom. Okay, I'm going to cut it a little long this time. I'm not going to end up with a short piece. We're going to trim it again. Okay. Put a thin. Then as soon as we put the lace on, we can glue it to the page. Okay, I just still can't, I still can't believe I found that scrap. That, once again, ladies and gents, or is most of the time it's ladies and gent, but that is why what do I say all the time? It's why you keep your scraps. Exactly. I don't know how many times my scraps have saved me from myself, saved me from mistakes, saved me from pulling my hair out. I can't believe I just went through my scraps and there it was. I didn't trim it or anything. I just made it well, I did trim it, but all I did was make it a smidge narrower. And I mean a smidge. It wasn't even an 1/8. A little more than a 1/16, but not quite an 1/8. So that makes it 3/30 seconds. Or 90 seconds. Sorry. Bad joke number 5. Still nowhere near my record of 9 bad jokes, just so you know. Except that one was probably 6. So I'm on a roll. We still have this to glue the page. We have plenty of time for 1 or 2 more. Really sorry about how in that second part of this video I was so quiet. I was just thinking so hard I forgot that I was filming, and not like I would ever forget you guys or anything, but I kind of forgot you guys. I was working and thinking and working, and I totally forgot you were there. Okay, check it out. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now we need to find our page, which we put somewhere here. Then we glue this on our page. Oh, look how nice that's going to look. Wow. Looks even better on there, doesn't it? Okay. I'm excited. I'm happy. Everything worked out. We used magnets. We're going to use glossy accents. The perfect page. Magnets, glossy accents, flip-flops. Woohoo! So what would that be? Magnets and accents and flaps. Oh my. Ah, geez, that's number 7. Okay, sorry about that. My phone rang and then I tripped over the cord, and anyway, I was right in the middle of gluing the page when we left, and so I went ahead and stuck it on there before the glue dried. So this is what we ended up with, and I think it looks really nice. We've got this, and then we've got the writing all the way across. Now we're going to do the glossy accents. Oh, right, remember, this is going to go here, this, and then this. Okay, then you open it up, there's your writing card. When you take your writing card out, there's your writing paper. Okay, so this doesn't have any berries on it. Every once in a while I say cherries, but I don't mean cherries, I mean berries. So just to do it, all you do, take the pen out first, which is always good. Uh-oh. Wow. Okay, so that happened. There it goes. Okay, so you're just going to put a drop on there and kind of move it around a little bit if it's a bigger area, which these are. So you're just going to do one in each little spot, and sometimes it'll look kind of milky when it comes out, but it dries clear. And do this, and you definitely have to let it dry, like especially because right here I just kind of did a blob. So we'll do these over here, we'll do these down here, these bigger ones, and then I won't make you watch me do the rest, but I just wanted to show you what they looked like on the page while they were wet. So this is what it looks like when it's wet. I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at the camera, so left is right and up is down. So that's what they look like when they're wet. It's now turned clear. And then it'll just dry, and it'll make it look raised up, glossy, primo. All right, so that's it for this episode, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.